Listen-only mode.
Hello, thank you for joining us on this webinar for exclusive CruiseCo product. My name is Laura Clark and I'm the Special Projects Manager at CruiseCo in the Sydney office. Although this webinar is not being taped live, it is being monitored by a knowledgeable CruiseCo UK staff member who will be able to respond to your text questions as they're asked throughout the presentation, and they'll also have a Q&A opportunity at the end of the webinar. I'm here to talk to you today about the Authentic Asia brand, which is exclusive product available only to CruiseCo agents. Exclusivity in the market is an important point of difference in an increasingly competitive industry. So if you're not taking full advantage of this product range, you're missing out on one of your key benefits of being a CruiseCo member. The Authentic Asia brand started 5 years ago on the Mekong, then in 2013 spread to the Irrawaddy, and now with the release of the third product within this series, you now have the Authentic Asia India. The branding of these products is very deliberate. We've used the word authentic in the title of each exclusive product to describe our intent to provide an experience which genuinely samples the culture of the societies that we visit, and we seek to create an equal relationship with locals. We don't peer into their lives, instead we interact and aim to equally learn from each other and share sincere relationships. And here pictured are several of the cultural experiences that we have on board, as well as on the upper left-hand corner, one of the CruiseCo passengers interacting with children at one of the local orphanages that we go to, and in the middle here, several of the CruiseCo staff members on some of the included shore excursions. All of our staff and guides on CruiseCo Adventure are all Cambodian and Vietnamese, and they are all so open to offering a glimpse into their own lives, which makes this a truly genuine and authentic experience. So first I'd like to start with CruiseCo Adventurer, which was the first CruiseCo branded ship and was launched in October 2012. CruiseCo Adventurer has 30 cabins. One cabin is set aside for our CruiseCo manager on board. Her name is Rosie and she is Cambodian, and she is on all of our charters, an exceptional asset to the team. She is there for anything that the passengers could possibly want. She's there and she is one of the best assets of our ship. So this leaves us with a maximum of 58 guests per departure. As you can see, the sun deck does have a small pool on deck, which is kept at a nice moderate temperature for a refreshing dip after returning from the day's shore excursions. And the sun deck, which is pictured here as well, has ample greenery and enough outdoor seating for all 56 passengers on board, which makes it a fantastic place for socializing in the afternoon and early evening before dinner. And that's true with all of our onboard spaces. The lounge area, the sun deck, the dining area, they all have enough seating to accommodate a full ship at full occupancy. So there's no need for 2 sittings for dining or any activities that we have on board. The feedback we receive from our clients is outstanding, with an average of 98% of passengers who say they'd recommend the cruise to a friend, and 98% who believe the cruise is good value. The passenger surveys are monitored at a very high level, and any comments that need to be addressed are immediately taken care of. This may be recovering chairs in the dining room, or polishing the stairwell, or menu changes to the meals, or changes to the port of calls even. We're continuously updating to ensure we keep the high guest satisfaction ratings. The onboard restaurant includes a menu of Asian and Western dishes. Breakfast and lunch are buffet style, and there's also an action station available where guests can usually find an Asian style soup and omelets in the morning, and you can choose what goes into the omelet or the soup. And action station during lunch can be any number of things, usually a traditional Asian dish that's available for them to try. Pictured at the bottom left is the fruit and dessert table, which is available during breakfast and lunch, and dinner is served a la carte with table service. and local beer, soft drinks, and liquor are served anytime throughout the cruise, including meals, and wine is available for purchase, which is charged to their onboard accounts, and that's anytime during meals or afterwards, of course. Moving now to accommodation, each cabin offers an ensuite and a private external and French balcony. So pictured here on the left is the main deck and upper deck cabins, staterooms which are identical, just the location on the ship is different. So you can see on the left-hand side is the external balcony, and on the right-hand side is the French balcony if you just want to have it open to get a breeze through. Pictured on the right is the deluxe suite. You can see there's a doorway which leads into a separate sitting area. So in this main bedroom area is a French balcony expanding the width of the room, and then in the separate sitting area through that doorway is a TV sitting area, and then an external balcony which takes up again the width of the cabin. So this makes the deluxe suite twice the size of a standard cabin. So our standard package is 11 nights. It includes return economy class airfare from the United Kingdom and includes air taxes, and that's with Singapore Airlines. It includes 7 nights on Cruiseco Adventurer, including, as I said before, soft drinks, local beers, and spirits. That also includes government taxes and onboard gratuities. Gratuities to local guides in Saigon and Siem Reap for the 2 pre- and post nights are not included in this package and up to passengers' discretion should they wish to provide gratuities to those guides and drivers. It does include 2 nights accommodation at the Caravel Hotel in Saigon and 2 nights accommodation at Raffles Hotel d'Ancore in Siem Reap. Breakfast is included daily, and most lunches and dinners, obviously all lunches and dinners while on board, and most during the touring. It's as specified in the itinerary in your brochure. And it also includes extensive sightseeing with expert local guides. There's really not much else that if anything, that your clients need to add to this. It's a very all-inclusive, highly intensive touring program. And all transfers for our UK guests are all included. Your flights, although they may be coming in different times to our Australia passengers, you have private transfers included in your costing, so there's no need to pay any additionals if your passengers are coming in at different times. So in Saigon, in Ho Chi Minh City, we stay at the Caravel Hotel, which pictured on the left here is on the bottom. That's a picture of the Saigon bar. It's located on the second tier of the hotel at the top. So sitting from this bar, you have a really great view looking down to the hustle and bustle of the city. And the Caravel Hotel is located in an excellent position right in the middle of the one of the largest shopping districts in Saigon. It's about a 15-minute walk to Binh Thanh markets, and there's many excellent restaurants in the area that are very close by, and the guides always provide recommendations to passengers. When they arrive upstream, there's always a Cruiseco guide with them from the airport, and they'll provide them with recommendations for dinner that evening. And then also on the second night, there's 2 opportunities for dinner in Saigon. Or if they're going downstream, of course, they'll have a guide with them from the first touring on the first day. In Siem Reap, we stay at Raffles Hotel d'Ancore, which is one of the most historic hotels in Siem Reap. It has a fabulous pool area, and just walking around the grounds is an experience in itself. There's complimentary Wi-Fi in rooms, and it's really just a fantastic hotel to stay at and end your trip, or in fact start your trip if you want to do downstream. It really puts passengers on a good first impression or leaves them feeling really rejuvenated and relaxed. We recently added 3 new extended itineraries to our brochure this year that include our most popular extensions to Luang Prabang, Hanoi and Halong Bay, and Hoi An, which have been a huge success. These itineraries are supported by an allocation at the hotels, which means that you have instant confirmation with us if you're selecting any of those extended itineraries from the brochure. So those are the 14, 16, and 18-night itineraries. So essentially what they are is our 11-night package with some of our extensions added onto them, but as I said, we have allocations supporting all of these itineraries, so it's instant confirmation and you don't have to wait for those to be requested. So moving now on to Authentic Asia Burma. So this October we'll be launching the second Cruiseco branded ship in the Authentic Asia series, Cruiseco Explorer. This build is well underway and we're very excited to see the final product, which is why we have all artist renderings here. As soon as we do have images available, then we'll make those available to you as well. But the ship is set to take luxury to an even higher standard than Adventurer. Explorer will have 28 cabins, accommodating a maximum of 56 guests per departure. There are 4 room categories on Cruiseco Explorer. The main deck cabins pictured here have French balconies only. So this is a really important difference between Cruiseco Explorer on the Irrawaddy and Adventurer on the Mekong. Explorer, the new ship, the main deck staterooms only have French balconies. If you upgrade to an upper deck stateroom, it has an exterior balcony. So if passengers want to be able to step out onto their balcony on Cruiseco Explorer, then they need to upgrade to an upper deck stateroom. We also have 2 suite cabins, which are located right at the bow of the ship, so the balconies offer uninterrupted sweeping views. Or we have deluxe suites, which is our highest category, and they're located right at the rear of the ship. They come complete with a private jacuzzi, which is located right at the rear of the ship, and there's a window facing outward from the jacuzzi area, and there's also a private external balcony and an extra lounge area as well. So our standard package, again includes return international economy class airfare from the UK, including air taxes with Thai. It has the same structure as Cruiseco Aventura does. So it has the 7-night luxury river cruise on Cruiseco Explorer with the 2 nights pre or post in Yangon and 2 nights pre or post in Mandalay. Another difference with Explorer is the included beverages. So on Explorer, the local beers and soft drinks are included, and spirits are not included. So spirits are an additional cost. However, wine is served with lunch and dinner, and that's included on Cruiseco Explorer only. Breakfast is included daily, and lunch and dinner as specified in the itinerary, but again, it's a very, very all-inclusive package, so there's not many extra meals that they do have to pay for, and really there's no time in this itinerary. It's very intensive, so there's really no time for them to do additional activities on the Irrawaddy program. This year in Burma, we're offering an extended 17-night itinerary, which sails along the Upper Irrawaddy from Mandalay to Xwégu. So this area is one of the most difficult places to reach in rugged northern Burma. The guests will sail through the limestone rocks of the second defile to Katha. And this stretch of river is only navigable during higher water seasons. So that's why we only have 2 departures at the start and 2 departures at the end of each season offering this itinerary. It's really designed to offer a deeper involvement with Burmese society and culture, and the limited access ensures that the charm that seems to really only be available in areas that stay protected remains intact. So with only 4 departures that do this 17-night itinerary per year, that's only 224 passengers that can have this experience each year. This itinerary, it also does a side trip on the Chindwin River, you can see here, to Maniwa. So there you can visit the Shwedagon Caves where there's hundreds of Buddhist statues can be found. And the 17-night itinerary, I just want to clarify, it does not include Inle Lake. This is a question that we do receive quite a bit. It's simply longer because it includes an extra 7 nights along the river, traveling into areas well off the tourist path, all whilst on the new Cruiseco Explorer, which offers new levels of luxury on the Irrawaddy. So normally we end here at Mandalay, and we sail between Mandalay and Prome, and we're going nearly twice as far all the way up here to Shwegu, and that's why it's 14 nights long. The cruise portion. The package as a whole is 17 nights. So in Mandalay, we stay at Mandalay Hill Resort. It's just been refurbished. Here's some actual images of the refurbishment. It has panoramic views over some of the pagodas in the area, and it's also within an easy reach of a lot of the historical sites in Mandalay as well. In Yangon, we stay at the Chatroom Hotel, which is, we've received really excellent feedback with. We used the Chatroom to start with when we started the program 2 years ago, nearly 2 years ago now, and last year we switched to the Kandaugi Palace, but everyone just loved the Chatroom so much that we decided to switch back to it this year. It's a really great property. Really colonial style. It's 5-star luxury, and it's in a really convenient location as well. We've released 3 new extensions or optional tours this year, which we've received some sensational response to so far. Although I'm sure Inle Lake will always remain a crowd favorite, the new extension that we have to Pianoluin, which is a 2-night extension that departs from Mandalay and includes a scenic train trip crossing a 300-meter deep gorge in the Shan Mountains. Or for those looking for a relaxing starter into the holiday, we're now offering the Nagapali Beach Extension, which is a 3 nights in a luxury beachfront cottage where guests can enjoy water, sports, and breakfast and lunch and dinner are included daily. And also, due to popular demand, but not pictured here, we have included this year Balloons over Bagan, and that's in the brochure this year, which is an optional hot air balloon flight over the plains of Bagan and the thousands of temples that lie below. And you can do that in the morning on your second day in Bagan. So I'd like to move now to our newest addition to the Authentic Asia brand, Authentic Asia India on the RV Ganges Voyager. So India has been something that Cruiseco has wanted to do for some time, but the standard of hardware just hasn't been there to work with, until now with the launching of RV Ganges Voyager, which will launch in January 2015. It's the first luxury vessel of its kind in India, with 28 suites. RV Ganges Voyager really transports your guests in comfort and luxury, and transports them to places rarely seen by Westerners in incomparable style. So our package includes return airfare from the UK with Singapore Airlines, 59 meals, 10 nights luxury river cruise on the lower Ganges River, and 17 nights in luxury palace accommodation in Varanasi, Delhi, Agra, Ranthambore, Jaipur, Jodhpur, Udaipur, and Mumbai, and we stay 2 nights in each of those locations on the land. But what really sets this product apart from other operators who are using the same ship throughout the year, as we've only chartered 4 departures a year, is our itinerary is 10 nights and goes as far as Patna, whereas the other operators are only doing a 7-night Kolkata return. So we're going much further along the river. The lead-in price, which includes a 1,800 per pound per person early bird discount, is so the per person lead-in price is then £9,475 per person. Deposit is £500 per person, and that's due a week from booking. So accommodation on board, there are only we have 5 suites on board each sailing. So guests staying in one of the 3 suite categories, which is Viceroy, Heritage, and Maharaja, will receive room upgrades at several of the hotels and also additional amenities on board the ship listed here. They'll also enjoy accommodation in Ranthambore at Venivillas, which is an Oberoi property, in a luxury tent. It's a true glamping experience. It's right on the edge of the national park. So For stateroom guests, to upgrade to this property is an additional £637 per person. So this, along with all the extra inclusions that are listed here, I'm sure your guests will find an upgrade to a suite a really excellent value. They are, as I said, there's only 5 per departure though, so they are going rather quickly. So you need to move quick in order to secure a suite. But the staterooms on board as well are fantastic on this ship. So one of the trip highlights of this exclusive package would have to be the palace hotels used on the 17-night land portion of the trip. The Ramba Palace was a former residence of the Maharaja of Jaipur, and it's now a luxury Taj Palace hotel. Likewise, the Taj Palace, which was built by the Maharaja of Udaipur and is located on a private island in Lake Pichola, it's constructed with white marble stone. All of these properties are the epitome of luxury throughout India and indeed throughout the world. They're some of the best properties that you can stay at. We'll visit some of the most iconic places in India, including, of course, the Taj Mahal in Agra, the Amir Fort in Jaipur, which is made in red sandstone and white marble, and it's a classic and romantic fort palace with a magnificent aura. Also in Jaipur, we'll visit the Dera Amir, which is a private farm near the fort for a champagne lunch and an elephant ride, which is all included. Another highlight is the Ranthambore National Park, which is a wildlife sanctuary, and it's known for its tigers, and it's one of the best places in India to see these majestic predators in the wild. Most animals can be seen during the hot summer months, which is when the animals are out in search of water, so our March departures would provide good tiger sighting potential. However, it's probably more comfortable to visit during the cooler months, being November departures. We do have one optional extension available in the brochure, and that's going to Nepal, which is a 3-night accommodation, and also includes one-way economy class airfare from Kolkata to Kathmandu. There's an optional mountain flight available on this extension for an additional £242 per person, which offer a panoramic view of the Himalayas. So that sums up the product updates in the Authentic Asia series. I'd just like to remind you that there are many different types of group and charter opportunities available to you, and if you have any questions about these, then please feel free to get in contact with the Sydney Groups team at groupsales@cruiseco.com.au or your office in the UK there. Feel free to phone them to discuss any of those opportunities. So I hope you've all found this webinar beneficial, and I hope that you can recognize the benefit you can gain from a CruiseCo exclusive product and really use that to learn how to use to stimulate interest among consumers and let your business stand out as a CruiseCo member. So thank you for your time. The CruiseCo UK staff member standing by is available to answer any questions you may have, so please feel free to type these now. Thank you. Have a great day.